Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests, and Bhaskar. Bhaskar, I'd like to start with what I really liked about your presentation. First thing I liked was the story about the Missouri, the lighthouse, had a picture of a lighthouse. I caught on, so I was pretty happy that I understood what was going on. I also liked the fact that Bhaskar actually had his introduction prepared of what he was going to talk about. That allowed him to just start right into what he needed to do, give him time. It was difficult, I think, to hear was anyone able to understand or hear the introduction that the Toastmaster read? Because that sets the whole tone, which is the great thing about it. Having other people tell their stories is very effective as well, because what I liked was those stories were telling me about mentoring in these three things. What's in it for the mentee, what's in it for the mentor, and what's in it for the club. So stories told it. Then your slides and went into detail to kind of back up those stories. So you get it from the story, and then the details kind of tie everything in. I would like to suggest that one thing I would have liked to see is each story, maybe one more story, tied into one of these questions. What's in it for the mentee? Have someone tell a story of when they were a mentee. What's in it for the mentor? Tell a story about as a mentor, what did I get from it? And then for the club, we have a really successful club because of our program. And we could talk a little bit about, someone could tell a story about how it was before we had the program. There's some that have been around the club for a while. I would also like to suggest working a little bit about variety, vocal variety, trying to really get the volume up. Standing in one spot made it difficult. I would suggest trying to move around a little bit, and it's tough. The projector's going, you don't have a loud voice, so how could you do that? One suggestion, perhaps, get a little bit closer to the audience, ask some questions, so now people have to pay attention because they're scared you might ask a question, and maybe that way you make sure that your audience is listening. I would also suggest have a little bit of fun. One of the things when you talked about as a mentor, what do you get? Hey, if you're a mentor, I'll give you this, and it's free. We don't have to do a motion or buy anything. Here you go. Something just to get the move. It's 15 minutes. It's a little bit difficult. Bring some life into it. What I thought was very effective and what I liked was you had the projector or the laptop facing you so you could look forward, look at your audience, didn't have to look there. I caught on about a minute left till you had it there. I thought, wow, this guy's remembering everything. I wish I wouldn't have saw that because I would have gave you a little bit more credit. What I thought was really good is when you told the personal stories, that's when you got animated, that's when you got excited. Use that excitement, talk about I'm in charge of this program, this is great for you, let's all do it together.